Ranni, Valvoil, Frandent, and Argo tractors. I'd like to ask the technical team to launch a short video contribution. The IDEAGRI network is a consortium of Italian companies established for the development of the ISOBUS technology. In the last 2 years, the IDEAGRI network has been concerned with examining the needs of producers of implements, so that implements and tractors are not only ISOBUS but ISOBUS Green. Welcome back. In talking about ISOBUS Green, will be accompanied today by the colleagues from the IDEAGRI network, whom I would like to welcome. Let's start from the context. If it is clear that the European Agenda 2030 has sustainable development goals, I'm asking you, Alberto, in Italy, within which the ISOBUS Green project was developed, how does it look like? Well, ISOBUS Green is an innovative concept which is related to the large ISOBUS movement that has caused the development of electronics for agricultural machinery. ISOBUS was developed years ago in the mid-90s, but it's getting its momentum today, above all to cover larger surfaces, open field cultivations, and large plots. Italy has specific features, though. We produce the best wine, the best oil, fruit, and vegetables made in Italy, and this is a world-recognized value. In this area, specialized agricultural machinery was developed in order to carefully cultivate our plants. This sector, though, was put a little bit aside with the arrival of ISOBUS. Our project aims at using ISOBUS also for this class of machines, because ISOBUS has a great vision. Yesterday, the Atlas project was presented, I'm sorry, and it's very interesting. Wireless connectivity for the whole of the agricultural sector, so that also the special made in Italy machinery and cultivations are brought into the large world of ISOBUS. We have thought of this project, ISOBUS Green. In order to implement this project, we need a lot of elements, including goodwill. Of course, we need tractors equipped with ISOBUS. What's the situation like, Antonio, for special tractors in relation to ISOBUS? Thank you very much, Alberto, for mentioning Italian excellencies. For some time already, Landini proposes tractors in different models, because the characteristic of specialized agriculture is having multiple purposes and uses, and customers wanting increasingly detailed specifications. Therefore, our products aim at meeting this request, including ISOBUS. Our production already covers the ISOBUS protocols in high-power tractors. But thanks to the ISOBUS Green, we were able to apply this technology also to the Rex 4 Landini tractor. In the cab, you have a video terminal showing the parameters of the tractor and the implements directly from the cab. But the implements must have a ISOBUS certified technology too. Well, very good. It seems that we are there for tractors. Also, specialized tractors will be increasingly equipped with ISOBUS. And the same must be true for implements, so that we can really enjoy all the benefits of the ISOBUS technology. ISOBUS has always been characterized by the so-called precision farming or agriculture. For our excellent cultivations, what we need is to cultivate not just with precision, but also with great care. And this concept was suggested to me by what I think is the father of the ISOBUS Green project. Engineer Gino Mainardi from Kobo. We're going to listen to him in a video. I'd like to, first of all, say hello to all those connected, and I'm using this opportunity to refer to something which I believe is very up to date and topical. It is the need of the Italian mechanization in agriculture. In the mid-90s, a group of companies made an important technical innovation in the world of mechanization. The ISOBUS protocol was developed. It's very important in the farming industry, and also Canvas was equally important in the automotive world. It's changed the rules for the management of the machine and combination tractor plus implements, so that the quality of work given by the combination of the two could actually reach greater efficiency. So the concept of precision farming was developed, working with high precision. Of course, the starting point was the values of the companies. American and German companies starting from large areas, large surfaces, and big tractors with large implements. All this has changed the rules, taking to a pathway of development and innovation. What happened in Italy? In Italy, we don't have the same characteristics, and we don't have the same situation that characterized the evolution of isobus in the early years. Our type of farming is different. Our fields are much smaller. We've got specialized agriculture. We have smaller tractors on average, smaller powers, and we also have implements that are smaller. Nevertheless, as isobus established itself, I believe that we have through adopt isobus through the made in Italy cultivations, our vineyards, our fruit orchards, and olive tree areas. ISOBUS Green means that nature and the environment are the custodians of the quality of products and machines have to actually work in a way that they respect the environment. We have to avoid useless consumption. Above all, the implements must be fully effective. And then isobus farming accuracy. Well, accuracy is another word for precision, if you like. Accuracy is something more than precision. It also involves enthusiasm, passion, tradition, history, the history of our vineyards, of our fruit orchards, they're full of history and wisdom. We have to work in this setting, looking for not just precision, but also great attention to details. We're not a nation that in agriculture will be valued by weight, by quantities. We will continue being assessed in terms of our quality. So the search for quality in our cultivations must be the most important thing. Another fundamental point is that when ISOBUS was born in the mid-90s, honestly, we were quite unprepared from the technical standpoint, from the point of view of facilities. We were not ready to immediately grasp this change. The situation has completely changed now. We have a lab now which can certify with companies that can provide everything that is needed to allow a vehicle to become ISOBUS compliant, and the same is true for implements. We have companies producing control units, sensors, display units. We have companies that have the adequate know-how and skills. What we have to do is to share these values and create the conditions so that behind our specialized tractors, we can also use our implements and our equipment. We have to find the way so that our Italian manufacturers can provide us with machines for the future. For our vineyards, for example, machines that work in the best possible conditions respecting nature and the environment. Thank you very much to our friend Jim Renardi. Now back to our topic. ISOBUS is a very complex technology, but it's complex to define a standard. It's complex to have tractors and implements of different brands, even competing brands, dialogue with each other. The good thing is that ISOBUS becomes simple for agricultural machinery manufacturers and also users. The aim of the IDEAGRI project and the aim of the ISOBUS Green project is to show how easy it is to apply ISOBUS to purely mechanical machines, combining Italian traditions with the electronics and IT. The Italian component manufacturers, including those of the IDEAGRI network, already have this technology available. I'm thinking of Kobo, Arak, Salvarani, Valvoil. These components are already available, and they are ready to be applied to typically Italian agricultural machinery to make implements that have the accuracy that we were talking about before. And now a friend from Giuliano Pavarini from ARAG will tell us about the trajectory for the development of electronics in implements over the last few years. Thank you very much for inviting ARAG. I'd like to tell you about our experience in the electronic sector for spraying fruit orchards and also vineyards. As ARAG, we have paid special attention to this sector, providing products that reduce the environmental impact, increase safety, and make it possible to have an easier implementation of the implements. Back to what Gina was saying before, ISOBUS developed for was developed for machines, for open field machines. Luckily enough, we also work and operate in that business. So we started in that sector with either ISOBUS, and then little by little we moved towards spraying as well, the spraying sector. We started in the 80s with the first electric valve, which was used for atomizers and sprayers. And then we developed automatic metering controls to avoid excessive quantities or too low quantities being sprayed. And then we have developed automatic control systems. All this for fruit orchards and also vineyards. Given our experience in weed killing, we tried to simplify the graphic interfaces so that they are easy to use, especially for machines that are not so complicated like sprayers. And then we have GPS systems to check where the machine is and to make sure that the type of operation is the intended one, optimizing work in the fields. Then we have used the ISOBUS system for managing machines that handle several rows. We've done so for the cab of a tractor for the vineyard, and we have also a system for direct injection of the product to avoid environmental contamination and to avoid that the product inside the tank can contaminate. What are we developing at the moment? Where we want to integrate everything that has been achieved so far in just one single product. We've integrated the mixes. The chemical product is injected directly online without contaminating the tank of the sprayer, of the atomizer. Are we developing at the moment? We're developing remote control for the operations so that the operator simply has to drive the machine while all the metering operations, etc., are controlled elsewhere remotely. You know, this would be ideal for a farm. The ISOBUS Green efficiency indicator is also integrated to make sure that the machine is working in full efficiency or to check whether there's no full efficiency and the operator has to intervene, optimizing the machine parameters. Our goal is to continue developing these technologies which mean efficiency and environmental respect. Thank you very much. And the floor goes back to Alberto. Thank you, Giuliano, for your contribution. Well, practically speaking, what does the ISOBUS Green project propose? Giuliano Cavarini mentioned the main value that also Mr. Bernardi was referring to before, the green aspect, meaning reduced environmental impact, cleanliness of the site and of the product, because high quality wine and oil can be obtained through an environmentally friendly process in all the stages. So what do we need? We need tractors that have low environmental impact. Antonio told us about what Argo is doing in this respect. What is needed are ecologic systems that are innovative, like those described by Giuliano Pavarini. I don't know sprayers very well, but it's a very interesting concept. And also the ISOBUS components made by Salvarani or bulb oil. Today, the protagonist is a product that was developed by one of the partners of the network, Kobo, and it is a product that converts a purely mechanical machine and give it a voice, make it a protagonist. Let's see this through a video. which is shown by the Cobo company, Giuseppe Talarico. Here we have the data on ISOBUS Green, and then the three bars on the reds and also fuel consumption. They become green when correctly used. At that time, the ISOBUS Green logo will appear, showing that you're working in the best possible conditions. Then here you have the use of the implement revs and PTO revs. The operator can understand whether he is working correctly. As the system starts, there are pages dedicated to a verification, and then you go to the work page. From here, you can have access to the maintenance area where the working hours are stored as well as the use of lubricants. Here, we can check the maintenance state and reset the hour counter after the service operations. Now, let's go back here. I'd like to highlight two concepts shown by Mr. Talarico. We talked about tractors with reduced environmental impact. We've talked about innovative solutions. We're talking about implements which are subjected always to programmed maintenance. And if regular maintenance is performed, the environmental impact is less. And also using the right amount of energy, using the right revs means that you put the implement in a condition to work properly. Antonio, let's listen to the opinion of some implement manufacturers, right? Well, yes, it's really time to understand how the ISOBUS Green strategy has changed the product development in the case of specialized implement manufacturers. We have the owner of Front End connected to us, Ezio Bruno, a friend and colleague from Ideagri. Thank you very much, and good evening, everybody. My name is Ezio Bruno. I'm the owner of Front End. I'll tell you about my experience with ISOBUS Green. We produce agricultural machinery, rotary, harrows, for example, and at the present time they don't have remote control units. So ISOBUS, we thought, is not applicable to our machines. We saw tractors with this system and also precision farming machines, and we became a bit curious. Well, then we were informed of specific courses on ISOBUS organized by Fondazione Ray in Reggio Emilia. It's the only certified institution for ISOBUS in Italy. So we took this opportunity to train our technicians, engineers. Well, the expectation was that specific knowledge on ISOBUS would have opened us the door to digitization, sensors, etc. This was actually the case. Certainly, we would we would have had to deal with this sooner or later. So with the Ray Foundation, we would also we also got to know the Agri Consortium, the aims that we shared. We participated in their meetings and made a contribution as agricultural machine manufacturers. So we discovered that within the Ideagri network in Italy, we have a lot of companies that produce components for ISOBUS and are willing to share their experiences. There's a great potential. It came out that Many Italian companies don't use ISOBUS because they don't think it is something useful for specialized implements. Certainly, this is due to the lack of information. Instead, at the present time, through the ISOBUS Green project, we can fit our machines with the ISOBUS system, which is effective and above all conceived in Italy. The advantages to the users are amazing, as was shown before. Most of the equipment in agricultural farms can be connected to the farm ISOBUS system. The benefits go from data collection, time of use, real-time information on the performance, on the alerts, on the incorrect use of certain machines, and also maintenance information is provided, which is certainly a very good aspect to keep the machines effective. As a consequence, the implementation of ISOBUS Green and what we can propose in our machines can really drive mechanization further for the growth of our industry and our companies. As an Italian manufacturer, I'm really happy and proud that ISOBUS Green was developed and studied in Italy. Thank you very much, Ezio. Thank you for your contribution. You spoke of the actual contribution of an Italian manufacturer to the Idea Green network. This was a fundamental contribution. Apart from the theoretical definition of the basis of this project, we needed a practical case, which was provided to us by the front-end company and its owner, Ezio Bruno. Then we started the interest of people representing companies like Front-end. I'm referring to Lorenzo Selvatici, who's the president of Asomao. When informed of the ISOBUS project, he gave an interview to us. We have a video now with him speaking of these themes, as Ezio said. So the competitiveness offered by ISOBUS Green. My name is Lorenzo Selvatici. I am the president of ASOMAO, the Italian Association of Implement Manufacturers, and a member of Federal Com. I'd like to thank Ezio Bruno for his testimony. Ezio Bruno and the funded company are members of our association. I can only but share the concepts that he expressed in his previous video. ISOBUS Green is indeed an opportunity for all implemented manufacturers. It's an opportunity to integrate this technology in their machines with high added value. I would like to highlight a few elements in relation to this application, ISOBUS Green. Certainly the possibility of traceability and see what's happening in the various operations in the rows, and then the possibility of carrying out programmed and predictive maintenance on our implements, because through the sensors that are available in the ISOBUS kit, we know exactly how many operating hours our implements have. So the user is informed of when maintenance is necessary. Therefore, in small to medium-sized companies, having access to these services has always been difficult because of high research and development costs. In this case, the costs are completely borne by the consortium that has developed this software. This is another point in favor of the ISOBUS Green system. Furthermore, the sustainability of this project, both mechanically and also from the point of view of working in the soil, is very high. Thanks to the software that controls the system, also the least expert users can use the machines in a better way. Why? Because the data will be recorded, such as, for example, engine revs, implement revs, important data to have a way to process and work the soil in the right way without overstressing the implements. If you do so, it is reflected in the display in the camera. We have a challenging situation at the moment. On the market, we often see competitors from abroad that aim exclusively at the price of the implements, instead providing our customers with an additional service which is technologically advanced and looking at the future is indeed a cutting edge. It's a competitive advantage which I think we should recommend to all Italian manufacturers, focusing on the quality of their products, but also the quality of service. And this is an added value service in groves, of vineyards, and also of fruit orchards. The ISOBUS systems can really represent the cutting edge. Thank you very much, and thank you for allowing me to join you. Thank you very much. Thank you to Engineer Lorenzo Selvatici for this contribution, focusing on some keywords: quality, technology, and quality and Italian quality and Italian technology. Alberto, yes, with the front end example, we have seen that one can make an ISOBUS equipped machine. Well, machine is developed as a mechanical machine without electronics, but it can be converted into an ISOBUS machine, perfectly compliant with the standard, using an Italian technology, very simply, to obtain an environmentally friendly outcome and cultivate quality products. The IDEA network has the aim of promoting the ISOBUS technology, especially here in Italy, and to do so, we provide a service that can be useful to many agricultural equipment manufacturers. Alberto Masi from Salvarani will talk about this to us. His company is a partner of Ideagri. The floor to you, Alberto. Yes, can you hear me? Yes, Alberto, we can. Very good, and good evening, everybody. The roles of the IDEA network, the dissemination of the ISOBUS standard and support to companies and implement manufacturers that have to approach the ISOBUS world and get a certification of the ISOBUS standard. If you are an implement manufacturer and want to discover how to do so, please contact us through the Fondazione Ray and we'll provide you with all the input and necessary support. If you are an agricultural entrepreneur and want to improve the quality of your products, please contact the Ray Foundation. Thank you very much, Alberto. Thank you for reminding us of something very important that takes us to the end of this presentation of ISOBUS Green. Fondazione Ray is the leading partner of the Ideagri project. We hope we have raised your curiosity, so please contact Fondazione Ray at the address that you should see here. You can search Fondazione Ray and Ideagri on the internet. They'll be able to answer many of your questions, and we hope we've raised your curiosity in this section. I'd like to thank all our attendees remotely. I'd like to thank Alberto Rocchi for joining me here on stage. I wish you every success in following AIM Digital Review. I'd like to launch a summary video of everything we have presented today. ISOBUS Green, a simple, environmentally friendly Italian solution. Thanks, everybody. last 2 years, the IDEA Green network has been involved in studying the needs of the implement agricultural producers and manufacturers that have not yet applied to the ISOBUS standard. The IDEA network is a consortium of Italian companies developed for the dissemination, the research into and development of the ISOBUS technology. The network is open to all those who are interested in going deeper into issues related to the ISOBUS technologies applied to agricultural mechanics. Well, for many years, I've always wondered how we could combine the measuring of and performance of equipment and machine on agricultural farms. I discovered the IDEA Green World and ISOBUS, and I was able to solve my problems because simply using this system today, our farmers can optimize their operations. They can optimize their maintenance operations and optimize their implements when operating. Any operator inside the tractor can have the right performance assessment. ISOBUS Green is an environmentally friendly, simple, and Italian concept. It's the solution for farms to connect tractors with equipment and implements that have not been designed to be electrically driven and provides information to the farmers. ISOBUS is a complex technology making life easier for farmers and implement manufacturers. With ISOBUS, the technology is not only suitable for open field but also vineyards and orchards. Well, agricultural equipment is important, but the agronomic result must be a high quality one, minimizing impact on the environment. And this is what ISOBUS Green can ensure to all those who who use the implements and equipment. Well, the made in Italy concept means quality, and quality means knowing how to produce how to produce products on the basis of unique values, the land, our experience, our know-how, and our technology. On this page, in the top part, you have the data on ISOBUS Green, the three bars, PTO and energy, and also fuel consumption. They become green. Proper operation takes place when the ISOBUS Green logo appears to show that the work is good. In the bottom part, you have data on the use of the implement engine and PTO revs and state of advancement so that the operator understands whether he is working properly and whether the machine is set properly. We are in an ISOBUS tractor cab. You see that in the tractor there is a joystick which is commonly used in the ISOBUS system. A joystick can be used in a very simple way. In other words, it has to be combined with the tractor, and you actually assign values and functions to the individual buttons using the virtual terminal. The ARAG production line for ISOBUS Green and sustainable agriculture as well as precision farming stands for simplicity, efficiency, and reducing costs. Efficiency because you can reduce costs and therefore save on the environmental impact. The direct injection allows plant protection products to be used in the most appropriate way for protecting vineyards. The standard man-machine interface system are a reality that can be applied to any type of equipment. ISOBUS Green is a valid tool to achieve the goals at the basis of precision farming and sustainability of the production. When we talk about plant defense and plant protection, we have to consider critical aspects that have to be managed in the most appropriate way. Today, we are in our company, San Silvestro, to show a concept of sustainability and supply chain value in the vineyard. We have seen how to support agriculture, which is targeted towards the consumers and is sustainable from farm to bottle. With the Idea Green project, this is feasible. We've seen this today, thanks to you for coming to our company. Will the response of the Idea Green network was ISOBUS Green, a simple, environmentally friendly, and Italian response. In the second part, we will consider how to improve the ISOBUS standard so that implements and practice are not only ISOBUS compliant but also ISOBUS green. ISOBUS should not be limited to precision farming. It should represent progress, and to do so, it has to apply to all vehicles, be they small or large, and independently of whether you're talking about a large field or small vineyards. And in the splendid vineyards where we are today, ISOBUS does not exist yet. But you've seen a certain technology, you've seen major, very large tractors, and this means that ISOBUS can enter this vineyard to bring in with it something unique in the world, which is the made in Italy concept.